Hello, my witchy peeps and family. Of course, you all know who this is. Hello, family. It's your sister witch, your high priestess Kathy, and I'm making this quick little video about Mercury being in retrograde and if you should do any spells or not. Now, this question was brought up to me by one of my Facebook family, Kenyatta, and she gave me this idea to make a video because she was actually going to do some work during the Mercury retrograde, and she decided to ask me if she should or not because she had heard some other practitioners say not to do it, and then a lot of them were actually doing workings and everything. And I found that interesting as well, that a person would tell you not to practice and then they actually turn around and do workings themselves. But to each their own. I know a lot of practitioners, they might just be trying to look out for you. That's another thing too, because they feel that they're more experienced or whatever. But I'm going to give you my take on it, okay? And my opinion, okay, or my perception of how this works may not, line up with other people's ideas or whatever, but we're all on this planet to deserve to have an opinion, okay, everybody. All right, so this is my take on doing spell work or root work during Mercury retrograde. Now, if you've been taught by an elder or a mentor not to do certain workings on Mercury retrograde, then that might be something that you want to tune into for yourself or listen to. And maybe it might have been a specific way they taught you how to do certain, workings or spells on those particular days. I know for a fact, of course, a lot of Wiccan, which I do have a bit of a Wiccan background, of course. I mean, everybody studied Wicca. Okay, just about every witch has went down that road and worked with the moon phases. I mean, it doesn't just apply to being a Wiccan witch. I mean, mostly in witchcraft, a lot of people work with the moon phases. I do as well, but sometimes I don't. So if you're that type of practitioner or a witch, even if you're a beginner witch, you don't have to work with the moon phases if you don't want to. Okay, there's all different types of magic and different types of work that you can do. In hoodoo and voodoo, back in the day, they didn't wait around for moon phases. Okay, they worked every day, or they did what they had to do when the time and called for it, whenever they got their things together. They didn't go by the moon phases. So, especially if you're into hoodoo and you're doing voodoo, you know, you don't have to work with the moon phases. These days, a lot of hoodoo practitioners and voodoo practitioners, they pick up working with the moon phases, and that's okay. And but another thing that I would say that's really the main key is that if you're feeling deep down inside, okay, and you're having an impending feeling that you might mess up or do something wrong, then wait until Mercury retrograde is over, okay? You don't want to go into your work worrying that it's not going to work because you're not doing it on a certain moon phase or during Mercury retrograde or whatever. And you can't worry about that with your working. You always want to have a positive outlook and a positive thought and know that your work is going to work for you, because if you doubt it, then it's just not going to work for you, and you're wasting your time with that. So, yeah, different strokes for different folks. And I hope that this helped you. If any of you do personal workings on in Mercury retrograde, then go ahead and leave your comments below, and let the other people know how you do your thing or why you don't work during Mercury retrograde. Me as a practitioner personally, I don't just wait around for moon phases. There is some work that I do because I do different types of magic. Like I said, I do chaos magic, I do black magic. There's other things that I do. Okay, so sometimes I'll work with the moon phases, sometimes I won't. If a client needs something done really, really soon, I don't wait around for the moon phase. Or if I have something that I want to do, then I just get in it and do it. Okay, so I hope that this has helped you all, and just keep an open mind and realize that there's all different types of spell work and spells that people have written through the years, and that you can also create yourself. So if a certain spell is calling for you to work on the full moon, then you want to work with that spell that tells you to work on the full moon. Or if it tells you don't work during Mercury retrograde, then follow that along that lines of that spell. Okay? And with that being said, you all, don't let Mercury retrograde I'm getting tongue tied here. Don't let Mercury retrograde dictate your life, okay? If there's something that you need to do, go in there and do it, all right? And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, all right, y'all? Bye-bye. Oh, and if you need me for any type of readings, root work, spell work, anything at all, check the description box below. I have a list of my services, and you can contact me at highpriestesskathy@yahoo.com or highpriestesskathy@gmail.com. Love you all, family. Bye-bye.